Ring announcer Jeff Houston giving you the introductions right now.
Referee in charge, Mr. Joe Solis. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed in at 136 pounds. A hardcore striker, undefeated as an amateur. 1 victory, no defeats. Representing weapons in hand and fighting out of the sparkling city by the sea, Corpus Christi, Texas, Marcus Huerta. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out the red. 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighed in at 135 pounds. A mixed martial artist stepping into the cage for the second time, looking for victory number 1. Representing Garcia MMA, fighting out of La Media, Texas, Augustine Urion Pena. After referee Mr. Joe Solis to give the final instructions.
We got Pena actually out of Garcia MMA, not TPC.
See Huerta in the blue corner. He's in the black trunks, red out border. Pena in the red corner. He's in some brown trunks. This will be 3 rounds. Amateur fights. It kicks off. Texas Rage in a cage 15. Here we go.
Huerta really looking like he's coming out to strike. Pena needs to keep that right hand up. Oh, it dropped. Nice. Nice right hand by Huerta, lands, and Pena goes to the ground.
A good job at recovering because our referee inside the cage almost stopped it. It was almost an early KO.
Oh. Okay. Now Pena works a half guard. We got trying to sit up from the bottom. Looks doesn't like he's got much. Huerta really keeping him on his back, keeping him flat. You're in half guard like that, you need to try to get to a hip, work that underhook.
So early action here in the opener of Texas Rage in the Cage 15. 135 pounds.
And as Pena throws an elbow to the body, that's one thing I really like about fighting here at Texas Rage in the Cage. They do still allow your elbows to the body on the ground and even to the head standing up. So that's something to really look for. A lot of amateur promotions don't allow elbows at all.
I'm glad you brought that up. As Cody Williams said, a lot of amateur organizations do not, to the rules meetings, the fighters were brief, they can do that. Action now on the ground.
Huerta still working that half guard. He needs to try to bump his right knee up, get his hips up, and then pass the side control. Got an open half guard on bottom by Pena. Looks like he's really just trying to neutralize the stand back up. Huerta working, trying to get his posture to strike.
You see a right hand, see some swelling under the left eye.
All right, the ref stands him up.
Stand him up. It's a good job of the officials. We'll have to see as that goes on the rest of the night.
He needs to keep those hands up when he's throwing strikes and kicks.
Nice takedown.
Wow. Oh, Huerta with the big takedown. Pena looks to wrap up an arm and guillotine, now gives it up. Trying to control the head here with an open guard.
You're watching Huerta is on top, out of the blue corner. Pena's on the ground.
It's really looking like, here he goes, he's got his posture, and Huerta backs away and lets Pena stand back up. Wow, Pena coming in with some crazy kicks. Ooh,
I think he's just winding them up, hoping for a home run here.
All right, Huerta looking to bang. There it is.
Right in front of us here.
Action right in front of us. Huerta pushes Pena up against the cage. Pena works elbows to the body, back up against the cage, sitting down here.
Now, question for you, Cody. Is that considered, as we get into the last 10 seconds of the first round, is that considered a full takedown?
On a close round, you want to give him credit for getting him on the ground. Seeing as how he controlled the fight most of the first round on top and even dropped him, I mean, it's kind of an irrelevant takedown. But in a super close match, a razor edge match, you got to give him at least a quarter of a point.
So it's easy to see there that Huerta controlled that first round, got an early knockdown. The official almost stopped it, but Pena was able to close guard and able to defend himself and not get the early stoppage. So we both agree. To Chad Cooper of green. Williams, professional fighter out of America, Texas IXFA title holder. Cody, definitely not a stranger to the Texas Rage in the Cage ranks. He got his feet wet, so to speak, then sharpened his skills here, fought many times here and at 135, if I'm not mistaken. Never 135, 145, right?
Right. Held the belt, defended it at 145 here. Great being familiarized with the MMA game and then make that transition to the pro level. You know, I really always appreciated how Noe gave me, you know, tough fights that I asked for. You
Absolutely.
know, I always wanted to test myself and see where I was at. So Noe always a good matchmaker.
Well, looks
like
like
he's got another good one on his hands here.
Yeah, it is. Both guys like to strike, and Pena's like to kick. He's shown some wild kicks here. None have connected.
Look like Pena doing a little more erratic movement as more Huerta's doing the stalking, looking for that jab and straight punches. Right, Huerta going in the southpaw stance.
Oh, nice. Glad you noticed that. He's in the all black. Pena's in the brown.
And Huerta's working. He's working to the correct side.
Woo.
You know, see there when you go opposite stance on fighters, it's a battle on that lead foot. Whoever can get that outside angle. So you see Huerta moving in. It's exactly what it does right there. Opens up that open side, that inside.
Nice takedown after a nice kick close to the liver by Huerta. So he's taking it to the ground again. Pena on his back.
Now Huerta needs to get his head up here. He needs to work posture and ground and pound because he's taking him down with big doubles, but he's still landing in his guard and not really doing very much in there. Points and winning, you know, and make it decisive.
Right.
He needs to keep himself out of trouble by getting his posture and his head up. He's got good bicep control here, but his head's just low. He needs to get his feet flat on the ground and widen his base. Really get the hands on the hips of his
Facebook. If you're in Southeast Texas, you're watching live on the internet now, you still got plenty of time. Bout number 1 of 10. Going for a triangle now.
Wow,
look at this, Cody
triangle.
Williams.
Slick triangle by Pena, and he's got it. If he can just swivel over and get that left leg of Huerta's, he needs to swivel around with his right arm and hook.
Wow.
Right oh, and Pena, posture and passes right there. Now he's kind of working from a modified half guard on top. It's looking like Pena's trying to sit up, but he's going to get himself caught in a, well, he might get caught in a head and arm triangle right here if he actually does sit up. Turns his back. Pena comes under the armpit for the big punch. Man, that was a slick triangle.
It was. Oh, nice knee to the face. Good connectors. As I mentioned earlier, you got plenty of time. Bout number 1 of 10. Tickets as cheap as $25 here. We've got a 145-pound title fight. A lot of time to get out. So come on, you're watching some great. Another takedown by Huerta.
Big takedown.
A very good crowd here on a Saturday night.
Right, see, again in his guard, and I mean, Pena's even working that open guard. That's why I think he's able to throw up these quick submissions, because he's working an open guard, and Huerta's still not trying to take advantage of that by posturing. 10-second bell, and he lands hammer fist. He's shooting those legs up. And another good round for Huerta.
I think so too, even though a great submission attempt by Pena, triangle submission there, mid-goings of round number 2. Williams and I both agree we'd probably give another round to Huerta. Out of Corpus Christi at Weapons in Hands. Once again, want to give another shout out to Joey down in San Benito, Texas at Blackjacks. Blackjacks down in San Benito. A good sponsor of Texas Rage in the Cage Amateur Association. Fight number 1 of 10. Cody mentioned he was a title holder at 145 here at Texas Rage in the Cage. Coincidentally, later tonight, 2 fighters, one here from Southeast Texas, will fight for that vacated 145-pound title. The young man who won the 145 here in March, Ricardo Palacios, won it in last. He's elected to go pro. That vacated title is now up for grabs. We'll see that later on here tonight. Cody Williams was a title holder of that. Round number 3, we give it 2-0 currently at Huerta, so Pena probably needs a stoppage here.
And if he's going to stop it, I mean, probably going to...
What are your thoughts, Cody? The guy behind, do you go for the home run? Oh, it's knocked out. It is over. Wow.
Pena came in with a big looping punch, and Huerta just stood his ground and shot one right down the middle, connected on his chin. Pena's trying to get up, he knows what happened, but
Wow.
knows
We
where
were
he's at.
just talking about if you're a fighter down 2-0, you got to take chances. You go for the home runs. He did, and Huerta took advantage of it and drops him with a KO.
Big knockout right there. He's got to feel confident, especially in the third round. You know, he had worked really hard for that. And, yeah, his opponent looks to be all right. That's always a good sign.
Great crowd reaction supporting this young man from San Benito. Agustin Pina made the drive down here. Came up just short, but congratulations to Marcus Huerta. I'm going to hop in the ring here in just a second, do a little quick interview. But Cody, and got a good elbow down on the ground too before the referee come in and stopped it.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he got one in there. There might have been an adrenaline taking over. I don't think there was any ill intention.
Sure.
Man, what a knockout, you know.
Well,
Just goes to show you, you know, those big, wide punches, I mean, you come straight down the middle.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time. 13 seconds, round number 3. Our referee in charge, Joe Solis, steps in and calls a stop to the bout.